Your sister can help us.
King's Landing. Yeah.
Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor.
Marjorie Tyrell adalah istri
enough to keep the
raja.
at bay, if it's presented to her as it should be.
Ini kan Mira, dia jadi ini pembantu juga ya. Tapi Marjorie Tyrell sangat baik dan aku suka dia. Ini. Oh, apakah ini kamarku? Oh, ini kamarku. Ya, ini kamarku kurasa. Surat. Oke, aku baca suratnya. Shit, mau sialan. Gerak ya.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances.
Apalagi raja sudah
I
mati.
miss all of you,
Ayahnya maksudnya.
and I look forward to the day you can.
Surat yang tidak akan bisa dikirim karena ayah sudah mati. Oh, ini buku. Yay. Buku tentang.
Ethan made this for me.
Oh, buku berarti Ethan. Ini lebih cocok jadi miner. Wait, jadi crafter. Apa namanya?
Asher sent me this coin to remember him.
Asher diasingkan, tapi aku tidak tahu. Essos, oke. Dan satu lagi adalah dari
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me.
Lady Marjorie yang kasih, oke.
It once belonged to Lady Elena.
Lady Elena adalah neneknya kan? Neneknya yang ribut itu. Aku suka Marjorie Tyler, walaupun jelas-jelas dia hanya menikahi Joffrey hanya untuk tahta, tapi dia orang yang baik. Tapi dia ratu yang baik. Okay.
Wonders made by man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick.
Dan Roderick sudah mati. Apa kau sudah tahu kalau Roderick sudah
I hope
mati?
to see them all someday.
Oh, dia belum tahu kalau Roderick sudah mati. Oke. Harus lakukan di sini. Oh, ini adalah letter from mother.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Oke. Apakah itu Margaret Tyrell? Apa itu Anda Ratu? Atau calon Ratu? Oh, bukan.
Sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Siapa?
No, it's fine. Come in.
Wait. Oh, kau adalah pembantuku. Kau pembantu punya pembantu. Gue baru tahu. Apa kau lakukan di situ, ha? Kau mau ngambil sesuatu?
Pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
Fine.
I'm fine, thank you.
Of course, milady.
Apa posisiku di King's Landing? Aku masih kurang ngerti.
Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady.
Kau menaruh batu bara untuk perapian mungkin.
You work for Lady Marjorie?
Oh ya benar, aku adalah pembantu Lady Marjorie. Benar kalau gitu.
I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
Aku akan jujur saja.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends.
Iya, dia
I saw
memang ratu
Lady
yang
Marjorie
menganggap
just this morning,
bawahannya seperti teman.
outside the royal steps, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei si Alan. Aku tidak suka Cersei.
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but it was
Kenapa kau
definitely
bicara
an
dengan aku?
argument.
Why are you telling me this?
I heard them arguing about House Forrester and
House Forrester?
Oh, dia bilang mereka mau menyerang kita. Menyerang
I
House
would like to
Forrester.
know. Forgive me if I was mistaken. I hope you're not in any kind of trouble. Most people don't tend to notice a call boy. Not in King's Landing with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there.
Kok bisa jadi mata-mata yang bagus? Oh, hai.
Lady
Calon
Marjorie,
ratu.
you're
Marjorie
early.
I was
Tyrion.
hoping there would be time for us to talk.
Oh, suaranya sama
Come,
persis yang
there's
kayak
something
di
we must
TV show.
discuss.
Aku kaget.
From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family as well.
Aku kan jujur, aku butuh bantuan.
I need your help, my lady.
Of course, and I will help you in any way I can. But there's another matter we must attend to first. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford.
Tapi Robb
Cersei
Stark adalah
herself
pihak yang
cornered me
betul.
this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor.
Oh. Aku tidak
She
melakukan
was very
apa-apa.
pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
I'm not a traitor.
Of course not. It's only an excuse to torment you, and by extension, me.
Lalu ini Cersei
She
benci
demands
Megrel
an
juga.
audience. She wants an apology of some sort. For what, I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important.
Oh shit, aku akan
I
bertemu dengan
cannot
Cersei.
afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
What do I say?
Find a way to appease her. Humor her.
Kiss.
Tell her what she wants to hear.
Ya, aku bukan pengkhianat. Apa aku harus bilang kalau aku pengkhianat walaupun aku bukan?
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
What? Oh.
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Ah, aku harus bohong ya.
Good luck.
Thank you. Siapapun namamu. Oh itu yes, ada Tyrion. Ada Tyrion.
You can do
Jadi
this.
cukup aman. Kalian orang-orang baik. Oke. Aku bisa melakukan ini, aku bisa melakukan ini, aku bisa melakukan ini. What the fuck, ini nge-lag banget. Aku tidak tahu apa yang terjadi, tapi ini nge-lag banget. Sorry ini. Aku bisa melihat ke sekeliling, ya aku bisa melihat ke sekeliling.
Lady
Tyrion
Marjorie,
lucu
aren't
banget.
you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Kneel before her. Oh, salah kok cewek.
Your Grace.
The girl knows her
Aku tidak suka si
courtesies.
Cersei.
Impressive. You may rise.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the
Oh
king?
shit.
Perhaps you should ask the new
shit.
Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is. The girl
The
can
one
speak for
choking.
her house.
Yes, Your Grace. To the one true king.
The one true king. Yet she didn't say which. The girl is clever.
Tyrion, kau harusnya
She only
membantuku.
meant
I don't care what she meant. I care what she said. I won't stand for impertinence from a girl of the north.
if you would give her the chance to explain.
Perhaps she can explain why the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark for centuries. A house of traitors.
Hey, fuck,
Yes, Your
I agree.
Grace.
I agree.
They are traitors.
The
Okay,
Starks were your
aku akan
liege
ah.
lord, yet you name them traitors so easily. Is it any wonder you were so impertinent to ask which king deserves your loyalty, if you have any loyalty at all?
Shut up, kau
Is
semua
your
kata-kataku
house willing
salah,
to
oke?
swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Oh shit.
He is the Warden of the
He's the
North,
new warden.
Your Grace.
He is, and I the Queen Regent and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
The girl has a remarkable talent for answering questions while in fact saying nothing at all.
Terima kasih Tyrion, itu pujian untukku.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Ya, tentu
Forster
saja kau
Iron
bisa.
does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
Kau bisa percaya pada
It
Forrester.
would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister.
Bantu
who
aja
did
Forrester ya
what was
ampun.
necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes,
Ya,
Your
aku
Grace.
akan bilang
I would
semuanya.
do anything.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
Ya, aku tidak melakukan apa-apa. Keluarga aku yang
Raises an
melakukannya.
interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the wall? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
Oh shit.
I won't judge her, Your Grace. I wasn't there. I didn't face her decisions.
Aren't you a delightful girl? If only one could flit through life without ever holding an opinion of their own.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Ya, apa yang mau kau lakukan? Ha?
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts?
Apa yang mau kau bilang? Jangan
You are a girl
putar-putar.
from the north here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then? I'm
Oh,
sure she
shit.
let the girl answer the question. Go on.
I'm loyal to Marjorie, okay?
I must choose Marjorie, Your Grace. I serve at her pleasure.
Clearly your handmaiden does not have her priorities straight.
Terserah apa katamu, aku
She
lebih suka
is a
Marjorie.
threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants. Which is not very encouraging.
Terserah apa katamu deh.
I'd like
Aku
a
hanya-
word with you if I may.
Of
Ah.
course, Your Grace.
I'm sorry, Mary. I'm sorry. Lah kalau aku mengecewakanmu.
I'll walk you out.
Oh, thank you.
This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man.
Dia memang orang-orang yang
You
orang
have my
terhormat.
condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family,
Aku
even
akan
under the
jujur pada
best
dia.
of circumstances.
Forgive me for saying it, but the Boltons have no honor.
Roose Bolton has many unique qualities. Honor is not one of them.
Aku senang kau setuju denganku.
You were brave to declare your loyalty to Lady Marjorie. No doubt she was pleased, but Cersei
Aku tidak peduli apa dengan
will not
Cersei,
soon
oke?
forget what you said. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining. But it certainly wasn't what Cersei was expecting.
I wasn't trying to please her.
I think that was clear to everyone.
Terima kasih.
My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters.
Oh, kok akan membantuku?
The crown
Akan
needs
membantuku.
boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard.
Apa yang mau
Not
aku
her.
bilang?
What are you suggesting?
I suppose the
membantuku?
crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood
Yes!
from House Forrester.
Thank you.
Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that?
Yoi. What? Apa yang dia tanya? Oh fuck.
It may be far too dangerous. In fact, forget I even suggested such a thing.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival.
I hope we meet again.
Nothing would make Cersei happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the norm.
Oke, thanks.
King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Oke. Terima kasih atas sarannya lo, Tyrion. Tyrion. Hai, kau pembantunya. Kalau kau ada temanku, oke. Aku sempat curiga padamu sebenarnya.
Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing.
It didn't go very well.
I'm sorry. Cersei is known for being rather difficult.
Iya, semua orang tahu
It's
itu.
over now. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons.
Penting kita dapat tempat duduk.
Sir Jamie, I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his. Sarah, what?
Oh, Shira.
True.
Jamie,
And
ya dia cukup
over in
charming.
Martell, the Red Viper.
Aku tidak tahu itu siapa.
I'm told he has a paramour.
Ya,
He
it's
is
quite handsome.
quite handsome.
And quite passionate, from what I've heard.
Apa yang kau taruh di
Perhaps
situ?
Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands.
Ya, dia akan berharap
Though,
banyak.
marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like.
Joffrey adalah raja paling buruk yang pernah ada.
Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen?
Nope.
He does
Nope.
have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
I don't want to be queen no matter who I'd have to marry.
Don't want to be queen?
Ya, aku tidak mau
You
jadi.
Northerners. You'd make a perfect scepter. Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as queen of the 7 kingdoms.
Untuk apa
I
kau
might
makan
even allow you
itu?
to be my handmaiden.
Thank you, May.
Let's see, who else should we marry off?
Kau benar udah sangat
Brienne
ingin
of
nikah ya?
Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect
Oh, aku tahu
match.
Brienne and Tarth. Itu,
Sir
Tyrion Lannister adalah orang baik, oke?
and
What are you doing?
Oh, kau marah?
Well,
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about. This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move.
Oh,
Yet
oke.
they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was rather disappointed by your display, Mirror.
Oh, tapi
I'm just glad it's over.
aku hanya mengatakan apa yang aku pikirkan, oke?
King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen. Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love
Ya,
you.
kau adalah ratu yang baik. Kau adalah ratu yang baik.
Do you agree?
Aku sangat setuju. Kau adalah ratu yang baik. Sarah is right, oke? Oh, Sarah is right.
Once you are queen, the lords and ladies will do their best to please you.
You learn very quickly. Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family.
Iya, makanya bantu aku, tolong. Tolong bantu
I
aku.
do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
Apa itu? Oke. Oke. Aku akan jujur.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
Aku lebih suka kita berbicara berdua
I
saja.
prefer to speak with you alone.
Maaf Sarah, tapi ini bisa berbahaya. Maaf Sarah, jangan marah.
Go on. Ask.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
My
Aku
mother
sebenarnya
fears
tidak
our
tahu.
family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
Dan itu penting untuk keluargaku.
That
Itu
is
penting
no
untuk
small
keluargaku.
request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Ya, dan
Joffrey
keluarga
knows
aku juga
only too
penting.
well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the
Fuck.
situation that dire?
Ya,
Joffrey will not look favorably on such a request.
I hope you understand.
My
Tapi
mother
keluargaku
feels it is urgent, my lady. She's
Tapi ini sangat
unfamiliar with
berbahaya.
King's Landing and its politics. I hope you can understand that.
Tolonglah aku,
Very well.
Margaret.
I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Kau sangat baik.
All these things they force you to do unfair. I'm here to chase away these tears, and baby we can change.